my married name.
Ma'am,
I'm Michelle MacDonald. I've been practicing law for 26 years, and
Will
you're
you-
arresting me for no reason.
For the third time.
I want to go to a judge right now and take a breathalyzer. Thank you very much.
Yes or no question. For
Thank
the third
you
time.
very much.
Will you take the breath test?
I want to go before a judge.
Says, will you take a breath test? There's nothing about anything about in front of a judge or anything like that. Will you take a breath test?
I will take one, yes, before a judge.
No.
Because I have a right to go to a magistrate.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll take it as a refusal then. Unless you want to take the breath test right here.
No, I'm taking it before a judge.
Okay, it is August 24th, 2014, 8:23 p.m. calling Mayor Bill Droste, the mayor of Rosemount, Minnesota.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 651-283-5630 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, Mayor Bill Droste. This is Terry Nemmers, 320-283-5713. I just sent you an email that has a video on it. Apparently your police, the Rosemount police, think that they're above the law because they're willfully refusing to take a lady to a judge when she's asking him to see a judge when they're in their custody, or when she's in their custody. And you know, you are aware that it's illegal to refuse to take this woman to a judge, aren't you? I mean, it's the law that she has a right to go see a judge. It is Minnesota Statute 169.91. It says when a person arrested demands immediate appearance before a judge, you're supposed to take her before a judge. And apparently she was arrested for DWI. And it says when a person is arrested upon a charge of driving or operating or being in actual physical control of any motor vehicle under the under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, you still have a right to go see a judge. And this woman asked to see a judge repeatedly, and she was refused. So are your cops above the law? I mean, do they have rights and this woman doesn't? Is that what the situation is? I mean, is this a lawless town in a lawless county? So that's what I'm trying to find out. Terry Nemmers, 320-283-5713. I want to call back. Thank you. Bye.
Hello. Hi, this is Bill Droste returning your call.
Yes, this is Terry Nemmers. Was trying to get a hold of you and talk to you about a situation. I sent you an email that has...
So, who are you? Are you a Rosemount resident?
No, I'm an individual who has some evidence that your officers don't want to follow the law. That's who I am.
Okay, and which Lion News?
It's a blog.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering who I'm talking with.
Well, my name is Terry Nemmers. I gave you that information on the phone and in my email, so you should know who I am. So then I guess that has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that your officers, I have an audio recording of your officers willfully refusing to obey the law. That's the main point.
Well, you know, I read about this in the newspaper. I did mention it to our city administrator a couple weeks ago, and it's going to court here soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes.
And as I understand it, every judge and police officer involved with this are being accused of wrongdoing?
Well, it's my understanding that Michelle has filed a complaint and your chief or former chief ignored it, so... And it's pretty clear that she's asking numerous times to see a judge, and the law is clear if you ask to see a judge, and you're supposed to be taken to see a judge, so...
Except well, I don't have the actual details. I know we had 2 officers there, and it was at night, and...
Well, actually, there was 3, but that's all right.
Well, I know, I'm not really, I know it's going to court, and I don't do the investigations myself, and if there's wrongdoing, that'll be decided.
Well, the thing is, yeah, if Michelle did some wrongdoing, the point is it's your officers that are doing wrongdoing, and your chief covered it up, and I don't...
And the judges, I understand also.
What's that?
I've read the long email that was given to the delegates. I had a resident give it to me 3-4 weeks ago.
Okay, okay.
So I saw exactly what she wrote, and the judges that are corrupt too. And I clearly would not get into this, inject myself, unless till it goes before a judge in court. And we do have a police chief. I will mention it to our administrator in the morning. But I'm not going to say what is right or wrong. There's a lot of innuendo, especially when I read through the email also.
Well, innuendo, the thing is, we have the actual audio of what happened. There's no innuendo. There's clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence of what happened. That's the problem. See what...
You're saying I should decide that before it goes to the judge?
Well, the thing is, this has been going on since, I do believe, April of 2013. So there's been plenty of time to do an investigation. And now I understand your chief of police has, I don't know, your old chief of police is no longer there. You have a new one, whether he resigned or quit or whatever, I don't know what he...
He took a job in Maple Grove.
Okay. That's funny, because I'm dealing with Maple Grove now, so... Anyhow, yeah, well, the problem is I've dealt with your Mr. Flugel. I mean, he's nothing but a common... He's crooked as a dog's hind leg. He's illegally withholding information from me in another case that he was prosecuting this Michelle MacDonald, you know. So the thing is, he's as crooked as a dog's hind leg. He willfully refuses to obey the law himself. He's illegally withholding information from me. He's falsified letters to me claiming that he doesn't have data when Michelle makes it clear that the sheriff's department still has her camera when they were ordered by a judge to give her the camera. So Mr. Flugel is, up to his neck in this thing. And he was upset because I called him all out on it. In fact, I happen to have the transcript of one of the hearings, so I knew exactly what was available, and he was lying to me. He was saying that in order for me to get some video, I'd have to get a court order. I just had someone go down to the court and purchase it. Didn't need a court order, just need $10. So then he was all upset because I happened to record the phone call conversation with him, and I played the video in the background as he's lying to me, saying that I can't have the video. So that's simple. Mr. Flugel can't be trusted as far as you could throw him, if you wanted to throw him. So that's the point. I mean, how can you trust any arrest, prosecution, or conviction when Flugels are involved or your police are involved? Obviously, you can't.
Well, this is the first, I reading that long email, and no matter who has touched this case, they're accused of doing wrong. So I guess, what are you asking me to do? To inject myself and what?
Well, I do believe it's your job to launch an outside investigation into your police and your city attorney and find out why they refuse to obey the law. Obviously, they think that they're above the law, and like people like Michelle and myself have to obey the law. So you know, I guess if you don't see a problem with that or you don't do anything about it, well, then I guess you're part of the problem too.
Well, I guess I have to, if when it goes to court, if there's wrongdoing, if you want to follow up with me at that time,
Well, okay.
monitor it, but I'm not a lawyer. I saw the long email, but I also know there's another arrest up by St. Cloud or stop. Also, it's and then I noticed in the newspaper at State Fair last week too, and it should. So I don't know if.
Well, what's that? What does that actually have to do with your police willfully refusing to obey the law? The point is, there's an audio of your police willfully refusing to take her to see a judge. Of course, what good it would do when your judges illegally search cameras of hers?
Well, you're saying even if they had a judge, the judge is corrupt.
Well, that's not hard to figure because I have the actual evidence from the case. The case against her was dismissed because the judge illegally searched the camera. So, and that's why Mr. Flugel is illegally withholding the information from me. So it's not hard to see that all the characters in this case, you know, that were supposedly on the side of law enforcement are corrupt. See, because there's clear, precise, and unquestionable evidence of it. See?
Well, I haven't gone into my email. I'll go and listen to the audio, and I'll forward it to our city administrator, and I will ask him to do a little background. We just hired a police chief last week, and I'll ask them to review it, and if there's anything we need to do at this point, I will, what do you want me to do, call you?
Well, yes, I certainly would want to call back, but the point is that to ask the people who are involved in it, I mean, obviously your administrator was involved in it a year ago, your chief, you know, he's part of the police. Why would he investigate himself? I mean, how could you trust him to be honest about it?
There's a different chief now.
So what? It's called something called a conflict of interest. That's why you get an outside agency, which is your job. You get to form a little committee, and you get an outside lawyer or an investigator, and you have them investigate it. See? I would presume you'd probably get one of Flugel's...
you know, I'm not going to commit to anything here. I'll touch base with the administrator. We have a work session Tuesday evening. I'll bring it up to the council that you called me, and I'll forward your voicemail.
So
I don't act on my own if we had to go forward as a council.
So this is a public safety issue, and you're going to wait till like Tuesday to send an email.
What's the safety?
Well, when your police are law enforcement officers, they're supposed to uphold public safety, and if they aren't following the law, that's a threat to public safety. So this is a public safety issue. So obviously, if it isn't that big of a concern, you're going to wait till Tuesday. It tells me you don't really care at all.
No, I do, but you just told me this has been going on over a year. What's the public safety that we've neglected?
I already explained that to you. If your police willfully refuse to obey the law, like taking someone to see a judge, that's a crime. You know, you're violating their rights. You know, people have something called rights, but apparently only your...
I'll pursue that and find out if they. I know middle of the night. I'm assuming they have to find a judge and get a judge.
Okay, the courts are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, just like your police. So that's not her problem. That's the judge's problem and the police's problem. See? Because they're supposed to be enforcing the law. So that's, you know, it's not...
I haven't dug into this. I just mentioned it and had given the email to our administrator. So tomorrow I will contact him.
Okay.
And I will also, like I said, we have a police chief been on job 5 days now. I'll have it pursued a little further, and I also know it's going to court. It sounds like you're part of the court case.
Well, actually, I've never met Michelle, so I don't know. I
I thought you...
I have other people who get me the information. I put it on the internet. See, I've helped other people who I've never talked to the attorney. See, so, and I've helped other people that don't know I'm involved in their case. Some people do, some people don't. So that's the thing. It doesn't matter whether they know I'm involved or not. All it matters is I have the evidence. It's a concern to me because I've been victimized in a similar situation where I was down in Wilmer and I asked to see a judge and the police willfully refused to take me to see the police. See, I was in the same situation as Michelle, but I was illegally, in fact, my evidence was never given to me. It still is being illegally withheld, and that was years ago. So that's why I'm interested in this case, because there's actual physical proof that someone asked to see a judge, and there's actual physical proof that the police willfully refused to take them to see a judge. See?
Okay. Well, you know, if it's wrongdoing in violation of the law, then I guess an individual officer could be, if there's evidence, there will probably be another case then.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
So, but thank you for the email. You're the first person besides the one resident phone call that I've had on this.
Okay. Well.
So, and like I said, the last time I copied the email to our city administrator, and he was aware of it, and he told me that there was more than one officer there. The second one was there within a minute, and or the sergeant that was on duty that night.
Yeah, I have the dash cam video, so there was 3 officers, so yeah.
So he did not sense, you know, he also was aware of the conflict that was going on there. And, but I'll pursue it further, sir.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your call back.
And sorry I called so late, but...
That's all right. I just appreciate the call back.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Yep, bye now.
Take care.